All right, here we go. Thank you. I'm in a working mood, feeling great. Thank you. I want to thank everyone, my friends, who is being active, and we will keep moving forward together. Let me repeat once again, this will be an unusual presentation. I spent a long time thinking about how to build a dialogue with you. I really want to have a heart-to-heart conversation with you because I think the time has come for us to reflect, first of all, my friends, on where I am heading, where I am growing, what are my prospects. And perhaps at the end of our conversation, if you find it interesting, of course, I will make a certain proposal that will make you reflect and see how, with our help, with the model I will be talking about today, and with our business partner, whom I will also mention today, you can change your life. Deal? Does that sound good to you? Type the number 3 in the chat. If you're ready to have an open-hearted conversation and be active, type the number 3. Yes, thank you, friends. Well then, our heartfelt meeting will last about 40 minutes. I'll try to keep it within 40-50 minutes at most. Even though I have a lot of information and so much I want to share with you, I'll try to keep it brief. But before we begin, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Maxim Troinov. For those who don't know me, I'm from Sun, Ukraine, from the city of metallurgists and miners, Kryvyi Rih. I don't know if you've heard of this city. Maybe you have, maybe you haven't. I really love my city because it toughens you up, it forges your core, it shapes your character. Why is that? Because it's a city built around major industrial plants, all working in mining and metallurgy. In our city, there are 45 mining shafts, 5 mining and processing plants, and the main city-forming metallurgical plant, Krivorijstal. And as I've often said before, and I truly like to emphasize this a young person born and raised in this truly wonderful and vibrant city, where beautiful red sparrows gracefully fly. Red ones, you probably understand why. Because iron ore is red, so the whole city is covered in this ore. And naturally, the sparrows are red too. So a young person born in this wonderful city already knows, probably from the cradle, or maybe even in the womb, what they are destined to do in life. He will either work as a miner in the mines or as a metallurgist at a metallurgical plant. So you don't even need to ask a fortune teller. The same thing happened in my life. After finishing school, where do you think I went? That's right, to the Metallurgical Academy of Ukraine. I moved to the very beautiful student city of Dnepropetrovsk, where I graduated from the Metallurgical Academy, and then, according to my assignment, returned to my hometown. I didn't just return to the Krivoristal plant, I came back and ended up working as a steel pourer in the Red Banner open hearth shop. I won't go into how difficult it was, how challenging it was. It wasn't easy. But the open hearth shop really toughens you up. That's right. And so by the age of 28, that's how things turn out. Maybe it was my ambition, or maybe it was my desire to break through to a completely different level. But at 28, I became the head of the open hearth shop. I was one of the youngest managers at the Krivoristal plant, and I had a very, very good salary by Ukrainian standards. At that time, it was 2008, a really good salary. A salary that, generally speaking, most average Ukrainians do not have. They don't have it and never did. That's right. And there was recognition, there was a certain prospect for further growth, my friends. But in 2011, I made a life-changing decision for myself and left the Krivorijstal plant, resigned from my managerial position, submitting my resignation exactly on Cosmonautics Day, the 12th of April, 2011. I remember it like it was yesterday. That's right. And I went into the world of free enterprise, into business. Tell me, my friends, why do you think I made this choice? It's simple, because I wasn't present in my own life, because I belonged entirely to my work. I belonged completely to my employer. And yes, the root of the word employer in Russian is slave. In other words, I was a slave to my management, not even just my manager, but the owner of the company. That's how it was. Because in my experience, there were times when I worked 45 days straight without a single day off. In my experience, even when you finally get your long awaited vacation, you can't rest when you want to. Even if you're lucky enough to go on vacation, after 3 days they call you back because they can manage without you. And you know what was the most important thing? I felt that very restless potential inside myself. I felt the energy for something greater, for more development, for more growth, for freedom. Freedom in everything, my friends, in opportunities, in movement, in freedom of choice, in having time for myself and my family. Because working at the plant, even though I had certain privileges, I didn't see my family, I didn't see my children growing up. I very rarely managed to have a proper conversation with my wife. That's how it was. And of course, I saw how the gap between us was starting to widen. And so the year 2011 was a turning point in my life, thanks to the influence of my wife, the right kind of feminine influence. Because I will never tire of saying that behind every strong man stands a wise woman. My wife influenced me for many years, telling me about prospects and opportunities, about the business of independent entrepreneurs. And in 2011, I left my friends, and now I want to address each of you here today. I sincerely believe and hope that you are here for a reason, especially our guests. And I know for sure that each of you deep down probably has a desire to change something in your life. Maybe you still feel that untamed, unrealized potential within yourself. Maybe you haven't yet fully received the recognition you deserve. Maybe you still haven't allowed yourself to have what you truly have long deserved, but haven't yet permitted yourself to possess. Type the number 5 in the chat, my friends. Who here would like to move to an entirely new level, launch a completely new direction in their work, maybe create additional sources of income, or perhaps find a new community that is interesting in terms of mindset, vision, and actions? Yes, I see it. Thank you, friends. Thank you for your engagement. All right. And of course, I have an offer for you. And of course, I believe that everyone here who wants to change and strives to improve the quality of their life has at some point thought, why not start my own business? Why not start something new? Try a new direction in your life that could perhaps give you some extra motivation, an additional source of income, which could eventually become your main one. I think you've thought about this, right? Are there people here in the room who have considered this? If so, type the number 7, my dear friend. And once again, thank you in advance for your engagement. Your engagement will undoubtedly be rewarded many times over. Thank you. And right now, my friends, if you want to change your life, you have to start doing things different. There are new opportunities now, and many people are thinking about how to start a new business. But today, we live in a very aggressive society. Today, we are living in an era of various crises, military, political, and economic. And most importantly, my friends, artificial intelligence has burst into our lives at full speed. And if we look at all of this together, my friends, what does it mean for us? What are the consequences? But if we talk about the key niches where people make money today, it is, of course, employment. 90% of people go there, but I will be talking about middle managers who work as employees, right? There is, of course, traditional business, and a large number of people would like to start a traditional business for themselves, but for various reasons. Because firstly, it is very difficult to do this today. It requires significant capital investment. It is also very important to choose the niche in which you will work. And already at this stage, many people simply stop. There are a lot of factors here, such as choosing a partner, choosing a product, and choosing a location. And most importantly, my friends, is the staff who will surround you and on whom you will be completely dependent. My wife and I have extensive experience running traditional businesses, my friends, and in our practice, that experience has been quite varied. But in the end, if I sum up all our vast experience in running traditional businesses, I can say for sure that today I would not want to dive back into that world, the world of traditional business, where you are completely dependent on your staff, on regulatory bodies, on market conditions, on competition, and everything else. Next up is freelancing, my friends. It's a really great niche where a huge number of people are developing today, and it offers freedom. But at the same time, it also takes up your time because you are limited. The main limitation in freelancing is time, because you can't clone yourself, you can't do the same tasks 5 or 10 times faster. But artificial intelligence can do that for you, my friends. And this is a very dangerous, kind of am fragile ice that the freelancing niche is standing on today, because artificial intelligence has entered their lives, and over time, as all analysts have already proven, in 2 to 5 years, it will replace the main bulk of freelancing. There will be no need for targetologists, no need for lawyers, no need for copywriters, SMM specialists, and many, many other fields that simply won't be needed anymore, my friend. Moving on, the investment niche is the main niche where money is made. But in order to get into this niche, as we'll remember, you need to have significant capital investments. Only 1% of people in the world, according to statistics, are involved in investing, because you need money, you need knowledge, and you need the right entry point. And we don't have all of that. So what should we do, my friends? There is a solution. Today, I will tell you about it, especially in light of what's happening in our lives. And that, first and foremost, is the introduction of robots and artificial intelligence into our lives. I want to give you a few examples. If you search on Google, you will definitely find this information. At the factory, at the car factory, the Xiaomi factory in China, every day. Wait, let me check exactly, my friends. 40 cars come off the assembly line every hour, friends. Every 76 seconds, a finished car rolls off the line. Do you know why? Because there is no lab or no workforce. Because the assembly line is fully automated. There are 381 robots on the line assembling the car bodies, and 700 robots assembling all the other components and packaging the cars. And if you search on Google or G5, you'll see that today Xiaomi is one of the best cars in the entire global automotive industry. So 40 cars per hour. Let me give you a few more examples. For example, surgeries operations on the human body. My friends, according to World Health Organization statistics, over 12 million surgeries last year were performed by robots using artificial intelligence. What does this tell us, my dear friends? It tells us that today, as sad as it may be, even our respected and beloved doctors are at risk, because the same consultations that a huge number of doctors around the world provide today, right? Preventive medicine, let's say home doctors, they can be completely replaced by artificial intelligence. And sooner or later, this will happen. Let me give you another example from Amazon, my friends. And with this, we'll finish with these examples. Amazon has already purchased more than 100 vehicles that are currently being tested on American roads. You can see them, these vehicles operate without a driver. These are fully robotic electric vehicles that don't need to rest, don't need to be paid a salary, my friends, don't get sick, don't suffer from depression like it's fashionable in Europe today, and work around the clock without interruption. And so, in this whole context, my friends, it's worth thinking about what exactly we will all be doing next. What will we be doing tomorrow, in a year, in 2 years? And even if you think this won't affect you, because perhaps you're already approaching retirement age, or maybe you've already built up some savings, a safety cushion, then think about the people around you, your children, your grandchildren. What will happen to them, my friends? Today, I'm going to tell you about an industry that I entered back in 2011. And for almost 15 years now, I've been in this industry, and I've never once regretted my choice, because it's this very industry that has allowed me to live my dream, to truly live my dream. The kind of life that many people dream about. To date, I have traveled to 53 countries, visiting many of them more than once, and some as many as 10 times. Today, my wife and I live between two countries, Serbia and Turkey. We actually own property in 3 different countries. Nowadays, our partners are located almost all over the world. Wherever you go, you have the opportunity to connect with people who are united by the same spirit and the same goals. So, what kind of business is this, my friends? What is this industry? By the way, it's an industry that actually grows during times of crisis, one that has survived absolutely every crisis. If we analyze it in 2008, and then during the COVID times when we were all locked down, this niche continued to grow and develop. This is a business for independent entrepreneurs. Many people have heard of it and know it as network marketing, as the MLM niche. I like to say that it's word of mouth, because the most important thing we do in this niche is give recommendations. And the fact is, we all make recommendations every single day. I'm sure that's no secret to anyone. I hope you'll understand that. Type the number 8 in the chat. Do you realize that we make recommendations every day? We recommend a good cafe to someone, tasty coffee to another, a great manicurist or pedicurist to someone else, or maybe a good taxi service that just appeared on our market. a good movie, delicious candies, and so on. My friends, we absolutely recommend everything. Just 2 days ago, we returned from Germany and we had a question. We arrived in a completely new region for us, a new city, but we had our partners there, our beloved partners, the organizers. We asked Lena, Natasha, can you tell us where to go eat? Where's a good restaurant? Where's a good store where we can buy quality products that we can't find in Serbia? Where were we returning to? And the girls gave us a recommendation. You do exactly the same thing, my friends. But let me share a secret with you. You don't earn anything from it. You're generating sales for someone else's business. You're giving free advertising, promoting someone else's business while earning nothing for yourself. That's the reality, my friend. So if you actually can earn money from your recommendations, and we all know this from examples like banks, refer a friend, get some kind of bonus, cash back, and so on. Travel agencies too, of course, refer a friend and you can get up to a 40% discount or even win an awesome trip as a gift. Internet providers, car dealerships, mobile operators, they've all long since incorporated word of mouth marketing into their business models. Today, thanks to recommendations, entire businesses are growing, cars are being sold, bank accounts are being opened, airplanes, helicopters, and everything else are being sold. Even super expensive yachts are sold thanks to recommendations because that's just how the world works, my friends. When we see banners, I'm sure you've all heard of banner blindness, we just don't pay attention to them anymore. But when we want to buy something and people really do love to shop, the truth is none of us like being sold. But at the same time, we absolutely love to buy. So what's the first thing we do? We go and consult with the people around us, those who have already tried that bank, bought that car, taken that trip, for example, stayed at that hotel in the Maldives, and so on. We go and get their advice, but at the same time, they don't get anything out of it. When we make recommendations, we don't receive any dividends from it. So my friends, in our industry, in the industry of free enterprise, everything is exactly the opposite. Of course, this entire niche grows thanks to your recommendations, but for your recommendations, you receive really great commissions from the companies that offer various products and services to the MLM market. And today, it's no secret to anyone that absolutely everything is sold in the MLM niche. Let's take a look at the main products that we practically use every day in our lives. These include dietary supplements, hygiene products, and of course, cosmetics, because every girl and woman wants to be beautiful. There's also health equipment, and this is such a multifaceted niche where billions of dollars circulate, as well as various other auxiliary products found in the MLM niche. Now imagine, my friends, that you are a product manufacturer. How would you want to promote your product? Through advertising, through banners that nobody pays attention to? Or would you rather do it through passionate people who are enthusiastic about promoting your quality products, who share about these products from heart to heart? What would you prefer? Type the number 9 if you would like to promote it through people united by a common idea, who do it beautifully, engagingly, and most importantly, my friends, providing service and support. Thank you for your feedback. And now we have exactly this opportunity because I want to introduce you to the company Veda. This is the business partner with whom I connected my life at the end of 2022. And in these 3 years, well, not quite 3 years yet, I have never once regretted it. Why? Because this is the platform that gives us the opportunity to use high quality, top ranked, effective products with a unified pricing policy across all markets for absolutely all partners and clients. And most importantly, my friends, under unified marketing conditions. We'll talk a little about that today. I want to say right away, my friends, to give you a bit of a spoiler, I won't be diving you deeply into the company's products or marketing. I just want to show you the Vida project specifically as your business partner for many, many decades to come. For me, this was key because it was very important for me to build a strategy for many years ahead. Some of you, well, I don't know, maybe there are people here, of course. I can't see everyone. Maybe there are folks who are 20 or 30 years old and they're still under the illusion, thinking that their whole life is ahead of them. But the majority of people I see, my friends, we don't have the time you need to run around searching for business partners, trying things out, testing, getting burned, and moving on. Time is limited. It's the most important resource. And I want to introduce you to the partner thanks to whom you can finally stop searching and start building a long-term strategy. This is, of course, the company Veda, which was founded in 2022 as a marketing company for promoting goods and services in the markets of the Customs Union. That includes Russia, Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, and Uzbekistan. And in 2023, we began our global expansion. We started the certification process for the European market. The company also began certifying for the Latin American market. And so at the end of 2024, we officially entered the Latin American market. That is Mexico, a wonderful country. And in March 2024, we officially launched in the European market. In March 2025, we celebrated just our first anniversary. My friend's a small child who is already standing firmly on its own feet. Because we are not just a 3-year-old marketing company. Our roots go way, way back, my friends, to 2007, when the manufacturing company Ford was founded not a scientific but a manufacturing enterprise which is the producer of all our products that we offer to the wellness market, meaning everything for health. This includes our own manufacturing and a multi-brand product line about which I will lift the veil for you a little. Of course, there are also amazing marketing conditions, which I will definitely tell you about. And for me, the most important thing was the experienced leadership. The first time I flew to China, I went with only one goal, my friends. It was the end of March 2023. It was to look into the eyes of these four people you see on this slide, because this is the leadership of the Ford Corporation and Vida as a subsidiary marketing company that offers its goods and services in the Eurasian market. So as you can see, I won't mention their last names, they won't mean anything to you. What was important for me when I arrived in China was that I saw self-sufficient entrepreneurs who had long since made a name for themselves, who are known by almost everyone in the People's Republic of China, who have access to all the offices and who are engaged in philanthropy. They have a certain mission to make this world healthier, kinder, and wealthier. These are people who, even before entering the Eurasian market, had already created million, billion, my friends, dollar turnovers in the Asian and African markets. And today they devote a lot of time, energy, and money investing in the further promotion and development of our holding, Fauchard and the company Veda. For me, this was a defining factor because I clearly saw that these are entrepreneurs of a completely different caliber. These are entrepreneurs for whom people come first their level, their well-being, their health. And for me, this became very important because they think with completely different criteria. They think decades ahead. A bit later, I'll give you an example of how our company is developing and what its strategy is in new markets. And it's precisely from this that you can draw conclusions about how the management thinks in terms of development. But what's very important, my friends, is that all the products of the Fauchard Corporation that we offer to our market did not just appear out of nowhere. They are based on the scientific works of the entire Chinese philosophy, which is more than 5,000 years old. In this slide, you see the only scientist of the Republic of China, a doctor, a professor. He has an enormous number of various honors, and in his name, the Astronomical Union even named an asteroid. This is Zhang Denyin, who is the patent holder and the developer of all the formulas. This refers to peptides, dietary supplements, elixirs, everything that we take internally in our company. He is the only one of a very select few doctors who are allowed access to the government of the Republic of China. That says a lot, my friends. So to sum up, at the core of all our products, of course, are many years of development, research, patents, and everything else. And now I've already started talking about our business partner, our, let's say, foundation. This is the pharmaceutical company Fauchard, which is based in Tianjin, China. Here on this slide, you see just one picture of one of our company's production facilities. During my 4 visits to China, I saw 3 huge production sites that the company management took us to, where we saw massive manufacturing complexes, the logistics operations, the quality control of the products, and now our product is assembled. And on this slide, I will now show you how one of our company's most important and in-demand branded products is assembled. This is the bioenergetic massage magic Fauchard. Everything is assembled by hand, thoroughly tested, and only then does it go to market for us so that we can use these products with pleasure and effectiveness. And on the next slide, I want to show you what the logistics center with our company's Hall of Fame looks like. I hope you have sound, my friends. Nod your head. Di Mayura, there's no sound. But in the next video, I will definitely show you with sound. And this is what the company's headquarters looks like. It's a huge 7-story building, truly massive in scale, where our entire company headquarters is located. Well, my friends, now let's talk about the heart of our project. And of course, that's our products. Let me say right away, I won't be talking about every single product because we have themed evenings, yes, special presentations and trainings where we go into our products in detail. The most important thing for us is that this is a multi-brand product line that includes cosmetics. Cosmetics that are in high demand among our women and not just them. For example, on the right side of the screen, you can see a brand new type of mask that has just entered our market, and our women are absolutely thrilled about them because these are masks with a wow effect that deliver instant results. Just put the mask on your face and you'll see the difference. That's it. Let's move on. Of course, my friends, these are hygiene products. I skipped ahead by one slide. Hygiene products that we all love. And one of the fundamental products here is, of course, sanitary pads. I won't go into details or specifics. As a man, I'll say the following. Our dear beloved women, if you want to stay healthy for many, many years and make your men happy, be sure to use these unique hygiene products because this is not just a pad, there is an entire device inside that benefits your body. Your most important organ, the organ responsible for your whole body, for all your, oh God, I want to say this so quickly, for your internal state, basically, for your mood and for your hormones. So use these sanitary pads. They really will be very, very beneficial for you. And men, I want to address you with a different message. If you want the best for your women, for their health, never let them buy all those products sold in pharmacies and regular stores because all of that is made from recycled materials, my friends. If you don't believe me, send me a private message. I'll send you a video about how all of this is produced in regular manufacturing. And of course, dietary supplements, my friends. We have exclusive formulas for dietary supplements that are highly effective and work instant. I've already mentioned that everything is made according to certification with Jean Domino, using his special recipes that are thousands of years old. That's right. And all our formulas are absorbed very quickly and work absolute wonders. I'm saying this both on my own behalf and on behalf of all our doctors who are delighted to work with these products. But most importantly, I'm speaking for ordinary people who use them and achieve a huge number of results. Well, but the real hit of our company, the absolute bestseller, is undoubtedly the cordyceps containing elixirs. These are products that start being absorbed right in your mouth, instantly entering your bloodstream, and I'm not afraid to say it, working wonders. For example, when it comes to our beloved little ones, our children and grandchildren, they experience results from our cordyceps containing elixirs very quickly, even when administered drop by drop. Of course, there's also our equipment and devices. I really love this area because here, I'm not afraid to say it, we are truly unique. We are bringing truly unique products to the wellness, health, and prevention market. On this slide, you can see the cell activator, which I am very fond of. It really lives up to its name, activator. It activates, it awakens all dormant cells and works with our internal state. It boosts energy, improves blood circulation, addresses stagnation in the body, and works on all skin problems. Things like psoriasis, my goodness, neurodermatitis. I really don't like these scary medical terms. Papillomas and all sorts of other things. My friends, what's very important is that it works very quickly, very quickly. Literally after just a few sessions, you can truly see how this amazing device affects you. And at the bottom, you see an absolutely incredible product. This is our company's bestseller. This is new equipment, brand new equipment. This is the Ventong device, a multifunctional device that simply allows your body to rejuvenate from the inside. Let me repeat once again, my dear friends, I won't go into details because all the products are multifaceted and you could honestly spend an hour on each one talking about it because we love them, we use them. I'll pause on this product because I truly love the Bagua sauna that you see on your screen. We have two of them in our family. One is in our home in Serbia, the other is in our apartment in Turkey, and we use it everywhere because it's an amazing product that isn't just a sauna in the usual sense where you go in and warm up. No, it's a therapeutic device based on the physiological properties of black jade and tourmaline. It's a treatment for restoring our body. It doesn't burn, it gently warms the body. The maximum temperature of the sauna is only 65 degrees. But when you're inside, as my wife says, you sweat from every single hair. That is, your pores open up, toxins are removed, lactic acid is flushed out. This is especially great for athletes. Blocks, symptoms, and pain syndromes are relieved. And we have verified all this many times. I won't go into the results now. You can read about them from friends and in our results group. It's absolutely free for you. You'll see real people who are getting amazing results. Health products. Here, the key element is undoubtedly the peptide. My friends, this is because it's cellular nutrition. We really love this product. Just recently, we were coming back from Germany, and since the Serbian market isn't certified, yet we are working on that process, we naturally brought peptides from Germany for ourselves and our family. So we brought 30 packs of peptides for ourselves because it's an amazing product that we use every day. It nourishes our cells from the inside. Everything that makes up this incredible product gets delivered right into your cells. And of course, right in the middle, there's that little red box. That's the vaginal gel, my friends. Now, I want to address our women again, the girls, the young women who are in our room, and those who will hear us in the recording. My friends, when used together with sanitary pads, this is a preventive measure against oncological diseases of the female genitourinary system. This is an incredibly cool thing that I recommend each of you use for yourself, my dear ones, and I hope you'll use it for prevention, not for treatment. And at the bottom, there's the Chanfei Paste. This is a completely new product, which once again is responsible for the health of our joints and for cleansing the joints. By the way, I also brought this product for myself because it does a great job of cleansing all the deposits that accumulate in our joints. Next, when it comes to health products, of course, we have our high-tech glasses. I'm thinking, where should I get them from? I have one pair here and another pair over there. It's an amazing product, and thanks to it, we actually started considering a business partnership with Vieda from my wife's perspective. Because these glasses completely protect our eyes from blue screens, from ultraviolet light, and from all sorts of social influences that affect us. How do they do that? Thanks to the 7-layered glass that's used here. And most importantly, thanks to this frame right here. Oh my goodness! Remind me, my friends. The nanomaterial, what exactly is it called again? Do you remember? Graphene. That's right, graphene, which is used in space and aviation industries. My friends, what is graphene? It is the only element on planet Earth that emits negatively charged anions. Who knows what anions are? They are like airborne vitamins that surround us. And the largest amount of these airborne vitamins, which have a beneficial effect on our bodies, where can you find them? Near a river, near a waterfall. So when you put on these glasses, which emit more than 7,000 anions per square meter, it feels as if it's the same effect as being near a waterfall. Because anions immediately start working on cerebral blood circulation. They affect your sense of smell and, my goodness, your sense of smell and hearing. Yes, things like sinusitis, rhinitis, headaches, all sorts of different strains. Migraine pain this will all allow you to systematically start getting rid of these problems with the help of our glasses. And most importantly, my friends, the side effect is vision correction. For example, my wife had -2, and after a year of simply wearing these glasses, as a side effect, it became -1. She changed her diopters. It's an amazing thing. And most importantly, they work as a kind of detector. Even when you're not wearing glasses and it seems like your vision is fine, you put these glasses on, and if you have any vision problems, you immediately feel it. Your vision starts to correct itself thanks to the glasses. To be honest, during the first week, it was uncomfortable for me to wear them because I started having vision problems. I noticed it when using my phone, but I couldn't come to terms with it. After all, I'm so young and handsome, and suddenly, vision problems. But thanks to the glasses, I completely corrected my vision. Today, everything, absolutely everything is great for me. Let's keep going, my friends. And of course, the bestseller in our company, what I love most of all are the corrective half insole. This is the product that allows me to walk every single day. Just today, I walked 16,699 steps. And every day my morning starts with 10,000 steps, all thanks to this product. Because I used to be an athlete, a football player, and both of my knees were injured. And 3 years ago, I had surgery on my left knee and then on my right knee. The pain went away, the symptoms seemed to disappear, but the discomfort remained, and it was very difficult to walk, very difficult to move around. 2 months, my friends, of wearing these insoles, and I was completely back on my feet. I started walking, I started moving, and I forgot about the pain in my knees and in general in my entire musculoskeletal system. How did this happen? It happened thanks to the correct positioning of the foot, the anatomical placement of the foot, which is achieved through the proper design of these insoles, thanks to the correctly placed massage reflex zones on these insoles, the built-in magnets they contain, and of course the special nanoplastic itself, which also releases anions because it contains graphene components. And I recommend this to all of you because it's the only way to restore your musculoskeletal system and forget about problems with your knees, joints, and back. This really is a miracle remedy, my friend. And if you think about it, by the way, they come with a 50-year warranty. But I calculated that if you use them for just 20 years, you'll be spending less than 2 cents a day on yourself. But you'll have this amazing product in your arsenal which will make your musculoskeletal system healthy. So, my dear friends, type the number 6. Who's been inspired by the story of our unique products? Who else perhaps has noticed a product that you don't yet have in your arsenal, but would like to learn more about and start using? Wonderful. And do you know what worked in this case? Word of mouth, my friends. I told you about what I love. No advertising, no pressure. Only what I truly feel. As I said at the very beginning, remember, just a heartfelt conversation from heart to heart. And this is exactly what our company suggests you do. You give recommendations, my friends, and of course you receive benefits from our company. What kind of benefits? First of all, we are starting out together in completely new open markets. Because today we have full legalization in the customs union zone. We are also fully legalized in the European zone, 28 countries of the Schengen Agreement, all of which are waiting for our amazing product. And now we have a really great product. On one hand, we have untapped markets. On the other, we have our shared desire to change our life. Next, fast payouts. We have instant payouts. I'll talk more about that a bit later. By taking small steps, and this is key in our company, you start earning from the very first day of your partnership. So, what are those steps? You buy it yourself, use it, get results, tell others, and start earning. Next, you get 100% cashback upon registration. A unique feature of our company is something you won't find in other companies. You purchase our company's products, or better yet, you buy a turnkey business model where everything is thought out for you, all the tools are provided, support, logistics, accounting. With this, you get back to your account, your business center, 100% of the cost of your business, all your products. Amazing, isn't it, my friends? Next, many of our products have no analogs in the world. And that's the truth. We have seen this for ourselves. There are no mandatory purchases, which is very important. You can become a partner or a client of our company just once. The company doesn't set rules or pressure you. Buy every month. But once you understand these products, you'll be delighted to use them every month because you'll feel for yourself the power and strength of Chinese medicine, whose roots go back 5,000 years. Qualification bonuses are cumulative. I'll talk about this a bit later. Bonus balances and achieved ranks are preserved. A pedometer as a gift. Why do we need a pedometer? I'll explain a bit later. So that you immediately understand what it takes to become a partner of Veda and make full use of all the opportunities, we need to talk right away about the different entry options available in our project. This is a starter package for clients who do not participate in qualification bonuses. You won't be able to build a business with it, but you will have the opportunity to join the company, start learning, purchase your first products, get results, and over time upgrade, raise your status, and get involved in the company's business model. The main package currently sold in our company is the standard package, starting from 605 euros or 500 PV, which allows you to immediately participate in all company bonuses, achieve qualifications, receive recognition, and everything else. And of course, for leaders, I hope that here in this room or watching the recording, there are people who are looking for a strong business partner, who are seeking a team that will be interested in them and support them, and who want to start as leaders, declare their leadership ambitions, and enter the business the right way. The premium package is specifically for you. And most importantly, my friends, it offers maximum benefits receiving bonuses from the company and the most comprehensive product focus. This is very important. Well, let's move on. So where's the money, my friends? Here it is on this slide. I won't go into detail about all the bonuses. I'll just talk about a few. But overall, we have 8 of them. These include the step bonus, the binary bonus, the repeat purchase bonus, the travel bonus, the car bonus, leadership bonuses, and of course, the global bonus for players who join the business with premium packages. I want to talk to you about the benefits. Today, I want to talk to you as friends, my dear ones, without diagrams, without calculations, because I've already done all the math for you. It's very important to me what kind of mission we are carrying out for our people, what we can offer them. And we have a really great formula for benefits first and foremost for our potential candidates, for those people who want to change their lives. And in my interpretation, it sounds like this: 100 plus 50 plus 10 plus 5 and plus 1. What does 100 mean, my friend? That's your cashback. As soon as you become a partner or a client of our company, the very moment you click the buy button, you instantly receive 100% cashback. And that's really worth a lot. What does this cashback give us? It gives us the opportunity to make all future purchases for ourselves at a discount of up to 50%. Each product has its own discount, depending on the cost price, taxes, import duties, and so on. But up to 50%. And you receive this cash back at the moment of registration. You can also earn it because our company has an amazing program to monetize your active action. I know for sure that many people like me are active and start every day with walking or workouts. You can not only walk, enjoy your favorite walking, and listen as I do in the mornings to some audiobooks. That's right. But you can also earn money while doing it, because by walking 10,000 steps in a day, you receive 10 euros from our company. 10 euros, my friends. It may not seem like much, but if you do this for 7 days in a row, plus a 30 euro bonus, that's 100 euros in a week. And if you do it for 28 days in a month in total, that's another 100 euros on top. So 4 weeks plus 100 euros, that's 500 euros credited to your cashback account. Every month, the company offers you the chance to earn. Awesome. If you like it, type the number 7, my friends. Honestly, I've never seen anything like this anywhere else in company that gives us, first of all, 100% cashback, which lets us buy our next purchases at a discount. And at the same time, by shopping for ourselves, for our own benefit, for our loved ones, you're also earning money. But that's not all. That's just the first component, my friends, of the formula for success. The next component is 50. And what is 50? 50 is your bonus from the step bonus. What is a step bonus? It's when you invite people, you give people the opportunity to join our project, to become healthy, to become wealthy, to change their environment, to find themselves in this challenging era, to create a certain strategy, a kind of insurance for the future, my friends. Because as I said at the beginning, artificial intelligence has entered our lives, robots have entered our lives. And if you don't understand this and start adapting today, in 2 or 3 years, you'll be left behind in this life. So those who understood and joined our project, thanks to you, brought you a profit of up to 50% in instant payout. For example, if someone joins the business with a package of 500 PV on your recommendation, you immediately receive 250 euros in commission from the company. Isn't that cool? My friends, does that inspire you? Who feels inspired? Put a plus signal, not a plus sign. Type the number 2 in the chat. Type the number 2. For example, I personally feel very inspired. Just before the conference, I opened my business center and was very pleasantly surprised because 1,075 euros were credited to my account, of which 800 euros came from the step bonus. That is, our partners are working, connecting, and engaging people. Meanwhile, we are preparing new tools for you and getting ready for the conference room. And the system is working, my friends. And that's super cool. It's really valuable. Next bonus. The next benefit is 10% your binary bonus. All the volume generated under you by your team, your partners, your clients gives you the opportunity to earn up to 10%, my friends, from the sales turnover created in your weaker leg. I won't go into details. We have 2 legs, left and right, because we're talking about the binary bonus. You will learn all about this in our masterclasses and marketing plan training. The most important thing is no matter what happens in your team, no matter what actions your partners take, and all actions are aimed at one thing, generating sales turnover, you will receive your commissions from any turnover. When it comes to the binary bonus, that's 10%. 5% is in your profit formula. This is the repeat purchase bonus. How wonderful it is, my dear friends. When you do the work once and it brings you profit many times over, that is truly valuable. And that's exactly what the repeat purchase bonus is. By inviting someone giving a quality product presentation, helping them use the products, or rather helping them understand the products, and showing them how they can make repeat purchases for themselves in the future. That person will then buy products on their own without you, and you will still receive your commissions. But it's not just 5%. We're working with the binary bonus where the right entry is very important, and you have the opportunity to earn not 5 but 10% for the same actions. The same volume, the same actions, 10% instead of 5. Awesome. But of course, we'll talk about that in our marketing plan training. And of course, the most important thing, my friends, it may seem like the smallest, but it's actually the most important. It's the 1% leadership. This is the pool, the reward, the benefit that will allow you to receive a percentage of the entire company's turnover. Not just yours, not just your personally invited people, not just your team, but the entire company as a whole, my friends. And this is truly valuable because today, after 2.5 years of active development of Vida in the customs union markets, the maximum leadership pool in the company is 27,000 euros. 27,000, my friends, and this is by no means the main bonus. And just for the sake of these numbers alone, it's worth working for a year, 2 or 3 to create this head start for yourself, which will allow you, first of all, to build a long-term business development strategy for decades ahead, to look at the changing world differently, to applaud the arrival of artificial intelligence and robots, because everything is already going well for you. You've already set up your life. You've secured your own future. And on this slide, I want to show you the profit potential. My friends, what do I really like about the MLM industry, about the business of free entrepreneurship? It's the long-term aspect. It's the fact that we can play the long game here. If you're coming here for quick money, I'm going to disappoint you. There won't be any quick money or easy financial gains. But if you consistently and diligently take the same small incremental actions, just one deliberate step each and every month, my dear friends, toward achieving your cherished dream, then in a single year, you absolutely won't recognize yourself or the remarkable progress of your thriving business. Let me give you an example. If you invite just one partner per month, look, in the first month, you have 2 partners. That's you and the person you personally invited. But we work in a type of marketing, in a type of business, in a business model that duplicates very quickly in geometric progression. The next month, you invite one person and your partner also invites one person. Now there are 4 of you. In the 3rd month, there are already 8 of you, and in the 4th month, 60. It's still not a lot, my friend. But you've already started earning some money thanks to instant payouts. Let's remember, that's 50%, just for a moment, the step bonus. Honestly, I haven't seen 50% in any other project, even though I already have a lot of experience, successful experience, in the MLM industry. But what happens next? What kind of magic happens by the end of the year? My friends, after 12 months, you have 4,000 partners in your team. By doing one simple action, staying focused on that one action on partner per month, and my one partner does the same, I train him and he duplicates me. 4,096 partners in a month. Of course, I'll give you an example with numbers. Currently, the most popular business package for joining our company is the standard package with 500 PV. So if you calculate 4,096 partners who joined your team, each with just a 500 PV package, you've generated a total volume of over 2 million PV. What is PV? It's an internal unit of calculation in our company. Why is it needed? In every country where we operate, there is a different national currency. And within our system, we need a unified currency for proper accounting, for accurate calculation of your bonus, your volume, and everything else. That's what PV is. So you've generated 2 million PV, a little more, and if you convert that to euros, it's almost 3 million euros. 3 million. And if you business partners join the business with business packs of 2,000 PV leadership premium packs, then you generated a turnover of more than 8 million PV. That's over 10 million euros. And what happens then? What kind of magic happens at the end of the year? Here is your income from packs of 2,000 PV. I won't go into the details right now, into the specifics of how it's calculated in the binary, but over the year, at 10%, you earned 102,000 euros. If you divide that over the year, it averages out to 8,500 euros per month. Yes, in the first month, you didn't earn that kind of money. You were just starting out, just learning, just figuring things out, gaining momentum, getting onto a powerful platform, onto strong tracks. But then, with each passing month, the volume grew And in the last month, it was 20,000 euros, but overall, it averaged more than 8,000 euros. If you worked, joined with a premium package yourself, and your partners also joined with premium packages, then you earned over 400,000 euros in a year, which comes out to a total of 34,000 and some change per month. Of course, in the ideal scenario I showed you, all these packages would be combined as 2,000 euro packages. You'll have some for 2,000, some for 500, and some people will be doing upgrades. The most important thing is that people see this potential. But my dear friends, I showed you an example with just a single partner. If that's not enough for you, if you feel you have greater potential, greater opportunity, invite 5, invite 10, invite 20 people, and they will do what you do, my friends. And this is all just within 12 months. Even if you achieve 10 times less, my dear friends, I think that in a regular job, you definitely won't earn this kind of money. The next bonus, let me quickly talk about the next bonus. This is the travel bonus. I think each of you has already experienced what tourism is, has already felt the magic of distant foreign countries, new cultures, new cuisines, new interactions, and new acquaintances. And how damn it wonderful it is when you fly somewhere already having money, but you fly for free at the company's expense. That is truly valuable. And with us, when you reach certain qualifications director, regional director, you receive additional bonuses from the company for your travel fund. You accumulate these bonuses and use them for trips with our beloved company. What's very important is that the company always announces promotions for every trip. And our next trip is a winter getaway to sunny Vietnam. The company will announce an amazing promotion, and by completing it, you and your team of equally driven, goal-oriented, and active partners in a community of successful people can go on this trip absolutely free of charge. I'm inviting you to join us because it's going to be absolutely amazing. Just a month ago, we returned from a trip to China where there were 850 of us, my friends. It was an unforgettable trip. I invite all of you to come with us to Vietnam. And of course, there's also the car bonus. Many of you already have good cars. But no matter how nice your car is, every year something better, newer, and cooler comes out. And you always want to drive something new, something innovative, high tech, and all that. We have that opportunity, my friends, because the company offers a car bonus. By achieving and maintaining the national director qualification, you'll receive an additional 500 euros every month as your car bonus, which you can accumulate, save up, and then use all at once to buy your dream car. Or you can withdraw it every month, lease a car, or use it for a car you already own. But that's not the most important thing, my friend. The most important thing in our business is time. Because today, time determines everything. I think that if we could go back 10 years, we would definitely have bought ourselves back then maybe 1,000 or 2,000 Bitcoins when they only cost a few cents, right? Or we would have bought a share in MTS or Beeline or what other companies were there, Digi in Spain. What other mobile operators do we have? We would have bought something else too, because at that time we didn't have the knowledge or the time to figure it out and make decisions that would determine our future development. So my friends, this is very important in our business. Today you are in our conference room for a reason. The people who invited you or who will give you a link to listen to this information are primarily interested in you changing your life, just as they have changed theirs. And today, in our rapidly growing company, as we have simultaneously launched in all markets, even though many markets are still untapped, you can be, as shown on this slide, at the top with a team of thousands or even millions under you in the future. Or you can make your decision in a week, a month, or even a year. One thing is certain, sooner or later, you will definitely use our product. There's no need to consult a fortune teller because today it is one of the best products on the wellness market. But you can be right here or you can be over here. And I think everyone would have liked to go back 30 years when the flagships of our MLM industry companies like Amway and Herbalife were just getting started. Who else is there? I can't see behind the slide. Avon, Oriflame, and so on. To dive in, to go back there, and definitely become a partner of one of those companies which today have multi-billion-dollar turnovers. Just imagine, my friends, if you had gone back, then what would your life be like today? So today, my dear friends, I am not inviting you to build a business with Viedo. I am inviting you to create a monopoly with Viedo, because today, Viedo has every chance to become one of the most powerful players in the MLM market. By the way, I have absolutely no doubt about this, because, let me repeat, we have extensive experience in the industry. not just experience, but successful experience, because this is my third project. In the previous two, we reached the highest achievements, repeatedly climbing to the top, yes, to the Olympus of MLM companies, and earned more than $1 million in this industry. We know how to do it, and that's exactly where we're headed. And today, together with you, we are creating a monopoly. I invite you to join our company, our Starline team, where you will receive support at every stage of your development, along with all the necessary tools. And my friends, I like to finish with this phrase: those who don't make it in time will end up working for those who do. Welcome to the new reality, my friends, and the time to act is right now. It was a pleasure talking with you. As always, I got a bit carried away and went over time a full hour. But I hope that this hour was as interesting for you as possible. Type the number 8 if you learned something new for yourself. And of course, my very dear friends, I sincerely urge all of you, whether you're here with us live in person or watching this important conference room recording, please do share the link with everyone you know. Even if you didn't like something, even if you didn't see any prospects for yourself, I assure you there are a huge number of people around you who want to live better, who want a more colorful life, who want to be free, who want to travel, who want a different quality of life, who want to drive different cars. Send them this link. Maybe one day this person will come to you and say, Dmitry, Yuri, Lena, Yaroslav, thank you for once opening the door to this amazing industry for me, for changing my worldview, for giving me this chance that allowed me to change my life. My friends, I wish you all peaceful skies above, good health and prosperity. This was Maxim Troino with you. See you next time. Goodbye. Bye-bye.